All right. So we got some news from the Lakers. A lot going on, and welcome once again to another edition of the Bigote Brothers podcast. Yeah,
Lakers.
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 About them
How are we feeling?
Lakers six.
How are we
Um,
feeling about our Lakers right now?
um, little disappointing last three games. Um, Going one and two the last three after a solid 15-4 start to the year. Unexpected. What a surprise. But other than that, generally they've been playing well. I know there's been some games missed. By the way, Luka Doncic missing a couple games. Congratulations, Luka.
New
Um,
dad, yes.
yeah, new dad. Yeah, second kid.
Second kid, yep.
Yeah, congratulations, big milestone there. So it's definitely understandable that he missed a couple games. Um, what else can I say? Austin Reeves has been playing out of his mind, man.
He's insane.
What
Austin
is
Reeves
going
is
on?
insane this year. I
What
think
is going on?
some people just improve really. I think this he's been given
Yeah,
the keys to the offense,
yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
for the last couple of years maybe.
Hmm.
And not uh, this year is just he's just taking that step forward and
Hmm.
he's looking like it. We started out with that game winner in Minnesota, right? He's had
Yeah.
some 40-point games.
Hmm.
He's consistently getting to the line. So he's
Hmm.
currently averaging insane. He's averaging 9.8 free throw attempts per game. Okay,
Yeah.
right? That's insane. He's making 88% of those free throws, and
Ooh.
the he's someone who's just
Hmm.
there's gonna be a debate about this whether
Yeah.
what he's doing
There will
is
be. Yep.
ethical or not, right? But
Hmm.
the way he's been drawing fouls is
Yeah.
just amazing for someone like him. We talk there's a lot of talk about superstar calls, and he's definitely
Mhm.
getting those.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
But he's definitely playing like a superstar. When
Of course.
the
Yeah.
I've seen the way the Lakers have handled this two headed offense. We're
Hmm.
gonna talk about LeBron, but the way the Lakers have handled the offense is that it's not. It doesn't feel like an OKC type
Hmm.
arrangement where Westbrook and Durant were taking turns with the
Yeah.
offense. It doesn't. It feels a lot more organic because
Hmm.
both Luca and Austin can shoot.
Uh huh.
The interesting thing that I've seen is that most of the time Austin is bringing the ball down as well with Luca. They
Right.
probably share those
Hmm.
that role. But then when the offense sets up, it's there's a lot of movement, and we talked about this before. There's a lot of movement,
Hmm.
and they can each they're just reacting to what the defense is giving them.
Hmm.
So if think about this, a lot of teams have decided to double Luka Doncic on the catch.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even press him full court,
Hmm.
and then you have Austin Reeves left on a four versus three.
Yeah.
How fair is that even? Right? It's you
Hmm.
get what's the dynamic between the two? What are you seeing so far with that?
The chemistry's off the charts, man. Um, they're feeding off of each other. It's natural, you know. The chemistry not just on the court but off the court as well. Has been just great between the two. I we had remember we had doubts. We had doubts last year when Luca was when they traded for Luca that okay, what's Austin Reeves's role gonna be now? Because he was kind of like an in between. But right now, like just both of them are carrying the offense. It's just unfortunate that in the games that Luca was missing, Austin had to carry the load alone. especially like in the game, that last game against Boston. We lost by 21, but he scored 36. The only really subpar game he had lately was the Phoenix game, which he had 16 points. So
I think
yeah.
that's more due to the way. Okay, so what I noticed with this team is that
Mm,
it struggles against physical defense.
right.
When the other
Mm-hmm.
team plays a very physical style of defense,
Mm-hmm.
then they easily get flustered. Whether it's just complaining about calls too much or just searching for fouls instead of trying to score it. There's that's one of the biggest black eyes of this team that I've noticed with
Yeah.
these 20 something games that they've already played.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a bit concerning, but it's still early on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost 1/4 in really. So
Mm-hmm.
there's still a lot of time to improve, but right
Just
now that's the current trend that I'm seeing
take a
with
lesson.
Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all the
Yeah.
defense,
Mm-hmm.
they struggle with the physical
Mm-hmm.
defense. But you were
Yeah.
saying something.
Let's take a lesson from the '90s Bulls, man. Like, um, yeah. Remember the '90s Bulls? Like
Mm,
they struggled with the physicality of the Pistons, and it was it was like a whole mindset change. I mean, first of all, Jordan hired Tim Grover. And it's like the mindset change, and like when they hit you, like don't look at the refs, don't complain, just smile.
mm.
Because physical teams are gonna have a mental edge on you when you start complaining to the refs. That's just how it is.
And well, to be fair, I think Luca, for example, has a switch, right?
Yeah,
It's like it kind of seems that if people piss him off, he has this extra switch, extra key that he can go
actually,
to.
yeah, he does. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, I if this were the playoffs, I would feel different. I feel that I would feel differently about it. But right now, it's
Mm-hmm.
more of like in that Phoenix game, Luca. What I noticed is Luca was just trying too hard to take
Yeah.
over,
Mm-hmm.
and at the expense of the ball movement that they have.
Mm-hmm.
This team, you kind of alluded to it. The chemistry of this team is one of its strengths,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of shows when they're moving around the court, when they're passing the ball around.
Right.
But if that movement stops, then that's when the whole offense falls
Mm-hmm.
apart. And I think that's what happened with the Suns game, really,
Yeah.
when they got frustrated with the physicality and they just
Mm-hmm.
started unraveling. Really,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
was not what you want in your team
Mm-hmm.
so far. But again, it's still they're still learning about each other. And
Yeah.
you mentioned the chemistry between Luca and Austin. I find
Yeah.
it really cute. I find it really interesting and
Oh yeah.
entertaining that they're kind of taking shots through the
Yeah.
media, right? And
Yeah.
as OG Laker fans, we know that the last time that happened, the two guys were beefing for real. All
For
right,
real.
they're
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
real shots,
Yeah.
and this is kind of a funny way to flip it. To be honest with
Mm-hmm.
you, the way
Yeah.
these two have been approaching it, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel that that kind of filters out down to the team, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Of
They're
course.
right.
Of
You
course.
seen
Mm-hmm.
Rui is on a tear. Rui's on a
Yeah.
career high pace.
Right.
Aiton has been playing out of his skull.
Mm-hmm.
He's just that presence that they need down low.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say it, but the bench has been uh performing very well as well.
Bench has been great. Yeah.
Um Jackson Hayes looks like a competent backup center.
Yep.
Gabe Vincent has had his lows, but he's been a steady hand in there.
Mm-hmm.
And McLovin, obviously, just he's been
Yes.
struggling
Mm-hmm.
recently, but I still like what he
He's
brings
still
to
there.
the
Yeah.
bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Marcus Smart, the defensive
Yeah.
presence of the bench, I love his presence. And
Yes.
right now he's a bit hurt, and that's why they kind of struggling
Mm-hmm.
with it. But
Mm-hmm.
as I think this team is probably a trade away from true contention.
From Shugonashi. Yep. Mm.
And we can talk about the possible candidates later, but
Yes.
this is definitely some a team that needs an upgrade somewhere, because this is something that we need to talk about, because it's, you know, your team is struggling. You know,
Mm-hmm.
something is wrong when LeBron James is one of the weakest parts of your starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Look, right now
I mean,
Rui. He's right now LeBron's averages. Okay, let's talk about
yeah,
LeBron a little bit. LeBron is averaging 14
14
points,
points a game.
4
Yeah.
rebounds, and 8 assists a game.
Not to mention the
41.
streak. The streak is
Yeah, we will
gone.
talk
Yeah.
about the streak. We'll talk about the streak.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
41% field goals, 26% from three, 26%.
Wow.
Right, this is an insane number for him, and
Mm.
his advanced numbers are even bad. Is just, if
Mm.
you look at it across the board, his true shooting percentage is down. He
Mm.
usually averages around the 60s, 60 high 60%.
Right.
He's 47% right now on true
True
shooting.
shooting. Eugh.
This is not the LeBron James we're used to seeing.
No. Nope.
And we gotta talk about this. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts about LeBron James's performance so far? He's played
Mm.
6 games.
Okay. Let's put into perspective. First few games of the season, saw him. We saw him playing off catch and shoot. You know, uh, and this all came to a peak at the Dallas game, I think. Well, the Clippers game, he had like 25, but the Dallas game, when, honestly, I thought, I really thought that we were going to lose that game
Yeah,
because they were just going off. Nembhard was going off. PJ Washington was going off. And towards the third quarter, when the Lakers were finally kind of getting the lead, stabilizing the offense, Luca found LeBron on several catch and shoot threes, and he was making them. And even to the point where this was on Amazon Prime, so I forgot who was calling the game. Even the commentators were like, the people don't talk about how good LeBron is on the catch and shoot situation. And for a while it was clicking, and it suddenly, it dipped, and he started missing shots, uh, so evident in the last few games, and yeah, it kind of went down from there. We can always talk about age, but if he 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 has tailored his game in a way that he doesn't have to bull rush his way to the basket. He can't do that anymore. That he's no longer ball heavy because that's Luca's job. But we got to make some shots, man.
you mentioned the catch and shoot. I think
Yeah,
that's one of the things that can be used to his advantage here.
yeah.
And you're right. He's shown to be a very capable catch and shoot player. So I'm kind of surprised when uh and maybe this is Russ talking. Maybe this is just
Mm-hmm.
him trying to get his teammates involved.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen multiple instances where he could have taken the shot himself,
Mm-hmm.
but decided to make the pass.
Two
And
pass it.
we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about the right
Mm-hmm.
play and all that later.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
from a LeBron perspective, what's your thoughts about how he's integrated himself into this offense? We talk about
Mm-hmm.
Luca being the key. Really, he's the
Mm-hmm.
one driving the mismatches. He's the one
Yeah.
making those amazing shots. But the shot, him and Austin, the chemistry is the key to this team, really. But
Mm-hmm.
how does LeBron fit into that so far, in your opinion?
I mean, the one really good thing about LeBron is that like he's always, ever since he was a rookie, he's always been an unselfish player. He's always looking to make the extra pass. The only thing is, sometimes, what we've seen, especially in the last few games, where you mentioned that he has an open shot and he elects to pass, dude. Even then, you're LeBron James. You're like one, two, three greatest of all time. You gotta shoot that, man. Like, um, it's like a basic tenet of basketball that even us, when we were coached, that's what they that's what coaches tell you. If you're open, shoot it. It's not if you're open, but one guy is more open. It's like, if you're open, take that shot. You just gotta take that shot. You gotta take that shot. It's basic. I know Gabe, maybe, Rui has a better 3-point percentage. Gabe has a better 3-point percentage right now, or even Austin, or even Luca. But dude, you're LeBron James. Take that
Mm.
shot, man.
I think that's the biggest knock on him, right?
Mm,
When we're talking
yeah.
about, because this isn't the first time this happened, right? This
Mm,
is not
yeah.
the last time it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but this isn't. His tendency is to. I mean, I don't even know if I want to say
Mm,
it, but
mm,
he's not. That's kind of the difference between him and, let's say, someone like Kobe, someone like,
yeah.
and obviously someone like Jordan, right? He's
Yeah.
not. He will he will pass you the ball
Yeah.
if he thinks that the shot you're better off, you're getting a more quality
You're
shot.
getting a more quality shot. Yeah.
And I don't I you can't really knock on that, right? But
Right.
we mentioned
Yeah.
he's still one of the greatest players in the
Yeah. You're
game,
LeBron James. Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
would, even though you're passing to someone who's shooting 40% or something for three,
Yeah.
I would still
Mm,
trust that the percentages will be higher if LeBron James himself took a shot, even if it's not the shot quality isn't as good as an open shot. I
mm,
would still trust that LeBron James could make that shot. But it kind of seems like LeBron James himself doesn't trust that LeBron James will make that kind of shot anymore.
right. Right.
I think that's that. This is probably what's happening
Could
here now,
be. It could be.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was this one instance, I don't
Mm,
remember which game it was, but he got the ball. He was deep in the paint. On a normal day, he would just be able to rise up,
yeah.
take the contact, and make the
Mm,
shot. But he it was a contested shot, right? He had a defender and I think another one coming into him, but this was he was in the paint. He was near the restricted zone, and he all he had to do was jump and lay it in, really. But he
mm,
passed to Dalton Connect in the corner, who
mm.
missed the shot.
Missed it. Mm,
Right? This is kind of that's one of the more egregious examples, really, of what I've seen. That his passiveness on the court has been very, very evident,
yeah.
and it's look he's play. People are gonna say this is age, this is fatigue, whatever. But bro, he's been playing 30 something minutes a game.
Yeah.
He's still averaging a decent amount of minutes, probably around
Mm,
the uh 30 something, low 30s. That's that this averages are too bad, really. He's
yeah.
LeBron James is averaging uh 32.8 minutes, 33. He's
Mm,
number 4 on the team on that one.
mm,
Okay. And he's had his opportunities.
right.
But his assertiveness, his aggressiveness has always been one of the things that have been used against him in the GOAT debate, really.
Mm.
He'd rather pass up a shot that he could have taken
Could have
himself.
taken. Yeah. Yeah.
Teammate.
Yeah.
We can
100%.
discuss
Yeah.
what the right shot is
Mm,
at all that. But bro, you're a max player.
yeah.
You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You're either number one or number two or the GOAT list.
Mm,
You're the one who should be taking that shot. And we're gonna go to
100%.
deeper a
Yeah.
little bit later, but that's always been the knock on LeBron.
Mm,
He's and it's I don't know what if he's scared or if he's not confident or whatever, but
Mm,
sometimes the right play is the one where he ends up taking the shot. And
yeah.
I think that's what we're trying to get at here.
Mm-hmm.
That that mindset with him has been few and far between since he got back.
Right.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but the way he's been playing right now,
Mm-hmm.
where he's been essentially a role player,
Yeah.
he's essentially just relegated to setting screens, to just popping over for threes or
Mm,
waiting in the weak side
yeah.
to for Luca or Austin to find him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been reduced to a role player,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
He's been reduced to, and I hate to say this, he's been reduced to a rich man's Draymond Green.
Mm, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, this is what I see him playing like right now.
Right.
He's a
Mm.
souped up version of Draymond Green
Draymond Green. Yep. Mm-hmm.
who's he's not looking to score. He's just looking to pass. Really,
Yep.
am I on
Yeah.
drugs saying that, or what do you think?
That's really how it is. I mean, we can really say that that it's I don't know, but I know what's going on. I know age is a factor in him losing his explosiveness, but the passiveness is always like you mentioned, it's always been the knock on him. Like he has the opportunity to to take the shot, and make people in a sense remember what you did and who you are in that moment. But no, he likes to pass it. And like you mentioned, there's times when the right play is just you knowing how great you are and what you've already done for the game, and w- and how people recognize what you can do on the basketball court, because people recognize what you can do on the basketball court. They expect you to take that shot, but he passes, and that's what really baffles me sometimes. But yeah.
Look, it's let's kind of lay out everything here. Let's put some more context in this.
Mm,
So LeBron has missed in this year. I think he missed the first 14 games of the season.
right. Yeah.
Right? He had that.
Mm,
He had publicly announced that he had sciatica
mhm.
around. I think they say they found it around July, August,
July. Yeah.
right? So let's assume that he's been recovering the whole time, right? He's been
Hmm.
recovering from August to whenever the start of the season is,
Right.
October.
Yeah.
That's 2 months more or less,
Hmm.
and then he hasn't been able to do his regular off-season routine.
Right.
And obviously, he missed the games. He missed the 14 games.
Mm,
People, his fans are saying this is preseason for him. His
hmm.
fans are saying that he's still kind of getting grips to his new role on the team.
His new role. Yeah. Mm,
But how much of this is that concept? Because look, in all fairness, LeBron has started out slow in his
right.
career, the start of the season. So if you break it down, the season starts in October, and this is
Mm,
probably from a historical perspective. October is LeBron's weakest month. He
right.
usually averages the least amount.
His
Here
feeling
he's
out
starting to
month. Yeah.
yeah, it's feeling out.
Mm,
It's like in boxing or MMA, you're
yeah.
feeling out your opponent for the
First
first couple
round.
of
Yeah.
rounds, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this that's what the start of the season is to LeBron, and
Mm,
it from based on what we saw from his history, it just it's a line really. It just rises up as the season goes on and peaks
picks up.
in the
Picks up.
playoffs,
Picks up. Peaks in the playoffs. Yeah.
right? But I kind of did something different. I compared the numbers from his storied career to last year.
Right.
To
Mm,
last year, the it doesn't look like a line. It looks like a It looks like a parabola,
It looks like a standard
right?
bell curve or something like that.
It's a
Yeah.
curve, right?
Yeah.
He peaked. So he started off great. Um, he started off slow. Sorry, he started off slow last year.
Hmm.
Okay, let's paint
Right.
a picture here.
Yeah.
In October, he started off averaging 21 points.
Hmm.
This was when I don't know if you remember. This was when they had AD as the hub,
Yeah.
where they were passing the ball around. AD
Hmm.
was orchestrating the offense,
Hmm.
and then in November he picked up his scoring. He started to pick up. This is when they fully shifted to the high screen role with LeBron
Yeah.
offense again,
Hmm.
and he averaged 23 points then, which is
Right.
great. He started to pick it
Yeah.
up,
Hmm.
and then in December he averaged 26.
Hmm.
In January he averaged 25, kind of a low point, and
Hmm.
then he had an amazing February. I don't know if you remember that February, that
Right.
last season.
Yeah.
He looked like LeBron James, man.
The
This
LeBron
is
James is old. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen that LeBron in a while. But then
Hmm.
he started in March. He just averaged 22. He went down again,
Hmm.
and in April he had. I mean, it was 6 games, so it was a bit of an anomaly. But he
Hmm.
averaged 25, and then that horrible performance against the Wolves in the first round,
Yeah.
where he failed to score in the fourth quarter in some
Yeah.
games. He was obviously tired, and
Yeah.
so this is a different LeBron James now than
Hmm.
what he was before. From
Super.
that
Yeah.
linear type of performance, now it's more of a curve.
Yeah.
Right now, as we mentioned, he's averaging 14 points a game.
Yeah. Hmm.
This is a career low, okay, guys. He's never averaged. He's
No. No.
just from the eye test to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Correct me if I'm
Like
wrong here. He's never looked this bad
never. No.
before,
Never looks. No.
ever.
No. Never. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hmm.
He's struggling to he's struggling to score.
Hmm.
He looks passive. He looks
Hmm.
lethargic. And then now the streak that he had for he there was a 1,297 games streak that was broken
Let's go. Yeah.
in that game against the Raptors,
Yep.
right? 1,297 straight games of him scoring at least 10 points.
Wow.
It used
Yep.
to be elementary. It used to be easy for him. He can't even
Automatic.
do that anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think about the streak ending? What's on your
I
mind
mean,
about that?
it is. Yeah. It is a. It kind of speaks volumes about about how his performance has dipped definitely this year. I mean, even the game before that, like Phoenix, he struggled to even score 10 points, and he did score 10 points.
Well, he did score 10
Yeah,
points because he stayed in garbage
he
time.
stayed
They
in
were down
garbage time.
21.
Yeah,
Okay, they were down 21, and then 20 something. Sorry, not
yeah,
21. They were down 20 something points, and he stayed in the game in the fourth quarter and chucked.
yeah,
He looked like Kobe's retirement game where he
yeah.
just took every shot he could
Took every shot.
just to
Yeah,
get to that 10 points. And then
yeah,
after he got the 10 points, he subbed out immediately.
yeah,
That was disgusting if
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah. Then like the following game, and it happens again. He's struggling to get it. He's struggling just to get 8 points. However, there was not. It was a garbage time. It was close, and I know you mentioned we talked about LeBron James, the man, a lot in our podcast, and we kind of talked about nothing he ever does is spontaneous. Everything
Yeah.
he does is curated. So with the streak ending and the game on the line, he has the ball and he passes it to Rui Hachimura, assist for the game-winning shot.
That was okay. So
Right?
first of all, I gotta say that if the streak ended, that's probably the best way to end it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
A
yeah.
game-winning shot
Yeah.
off an
Off of
assist,
an assist. Yeah.
right? That was a great. Okay, he got into the teeth of the defense. He drew the extra man,
Hmm.
the rotation,
Right.
kicked it over to the side. Rui was somewhat open,
Mm.
right? he knocked it down, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're right. We've talked about this before. That man doesn't do anything unplanned.
Hmm.
He is a he's very smart about his brand. He's very
Yep.
he curated this brand. And
Yeah.
look, worst case scenario, if Rui misses that shot, they go to OT and he still gets
Yeah.
his
He
10
still
points, right?
gets. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now he has the I mean that's gonna look great in his documentary, right?
Hmm.
Him breaking the streak off that pass. Because
Over the past.
number
Yep.
one, he could have easily taken that shot himself.
Right.
He could have easily just
Hmm.
he's not the one he's not the best mid range guy around, but he could
Hmm.
have I think he could have gotten to the hoop and did
Right.
that himself. Number one, he could
Even
have
drew a
powered through.
foul. Yeah.
Yeah, he could power that through.
Hmm.
Or he could just stop on a dime and take the shot or
Yeah.
post up and take a shot. There's a
Hmm.
lot of ways it could have ended, but I mean look, he made the pass to Rui. Is it the right play or not?
We won the game.
Yes, yeah. So they won the
Yeah.
game, right?
Yeah.
They came, they essentially won the game off of that shot, and
Hmm.
I mean, I want to pause the discussion a bit because Austin
Right.
Reeves looked great in that game. Okay,
Yeah.
he was just carrying
He
this
scored
team.
44. Yeah. Mm.
It's amazing what that guy has done.
Hmm.
And if he's not most improved player this year, then that award is
That's a
rigged.
travesty if he doesn't get most
Okay,
improved player.
he's
Yeah.
got look. Austin Reeves has got to get most improved player. He's definitely an all star.
Yes.
Um, he's probably all NBA this year.
All
Okay,
NBA.
he
I'll
has to
say
be all NBA.
at least second team.
At least second, I agree.
At
At
least
least
second
second
team.
team.
Yeah.
Okay, he's almost averaging 30 points a game.
Yeah.
I think he's fifth in the league in scoring or something crazy like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Man.
All right, Austin Reeves has to be an all NBA player right
He
now.
has to
Okay,
be all NBA
now
right
back
now.
to
Yeah.
LeBron. Back to LeBron. So we can argue whether or not it's the right play or not.
Hmm.
But again, we're gonna sound like a hater when I post this. People are gonna say that we just hate LeBron because, look, if had Drew missed that shot, LeBron would have gotten his 10 points. Okay, LeBron
Yeah.
would have got his 10 points. Lakers probably would have lost the game though. That's the
Right.
thing. So if that's the case, then I would say it's the right play, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. So look,
So
LeBron did the right
speaking of
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, so go.
speaking of Austin Reeves
No, go.
scoring, he's fifth in the league in scoring, and I just want to name a few of the players who are averaging less than Austin Reeves right now.
Mm.
Nikola Jokic, Jalen Brown, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Edwards, Jalen Brunson, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker.
That's an insane list, man. I
Uh,
think. Well, think about it this way: Luka Doncic is leading the league in points per
yes.
game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
His teammate is Austin Reeves. He's number
Yep.
5.
Number five.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think the Lakers have had twin 30 point scorers since
Since
Shaq
Shaq
and
and
Kobe, right?
Kumbu. Yep.
That's the last time I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah, okay, that's insane. That's insane.
Hands down. Yeah.
I hope that this momentum eventually is carried over.
Hmm.
I hope they sustain this throughout the season. I have my doubts, but
Hmm.
um I have my doubts that they would sustain this, but if they do, it would be a very, very, very interesting season to talk
Yeah.
about at least.
Yeah.
Now, LeBron's streak obviously is done. The
Hmm.
last time he scored less than 10 points in a game, in a regular season game,
Hmm.
was, check this, January 6th, 2007. That was 18 years ago.
Almost 19 years already.
It's an
That's insane. That's
insane
insane.
stat.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, look, I had our friend Chat GPT bring up some facts, and I think it's
Hmm.
interesting what happened during this time. So, right, so this time, uh, the number one movie in the world was at this point. Okay, it was Night at the Museum.
Oh,
You
wow.
remember that movie?
Yes.
I I think it's one of One of Ben
Yeah.
Stiller's
Right.
most entertaining films, if you
Mm-hmm.
ask me.
Yep.
I love this movie. By the
Yep.
way, you get in the box office of that week. One of the better movies is
Mm-hmm.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. Probably Will Smith's last great piece of work.
Last
I
great
don't
piece
know
of
if
work.
he's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
You had Dream Rose, which is a movie off of a musical,
Right. Right.
and
Dreamer. Okay. Mm.
yeah, so that was I think Jennifer Hudson, Eddie Murphy was in that
Yeah.
movie.
Eddie Murphy was there. Yep.
Beyonce was in that movie as well.
Mm.
Rocky Balboa hit the screens.
Ooh. Yeah.
So the last Rocky Balboa movie
Yeah.
before Creed, really.
Mm.
That's it.
Yeah. That
Okay.
was. I just like. I just love. Speaking of Rocky Balboa, I just love how they did the fight for that movie. Like they had the whole HBO graphics and stuff. You know, it's
Oh yeah, yeah.
like
That was
going with the times. You know, Michael Buffer,
was that the okay? So was that the one where he fought
Tarver.
well Tarver, right? As
Yeah.
an well, not Tarver, but he was
Yeah.
playing someone else.
He was playing someone. Yeah.
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 I mean, look, I I'm sorry about this. So when I think when it was a couple of years ago when I flew to the States,
Uh huh.
I watched the entire uh Rocky
Mm.
saga.
Yeah.
All eight all the Rocky
All
Balboa
all
movies and
all
all the
seven
Creed
movies. Yeah,
movies.
all the Creed movies. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Just
Dang.
the I was entertaining.
Yeah.
And I never watched Rocky before that.
Oh.
So that was 2 years ago. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun. Okay, so that was in movies. Music.
Mm. Mm.
The number one song on the Billboard 100 charts on January 6, 2007. Irreplaceable by Beyonce. One of the most annoying songs in the world ever. I remember I remember
Right.
everyone singing to the left to
To
the
the left. To
left.
the left. Oh god. Yeah.
I mean shout out Neo though. Neo wrote the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Uh-huh.
was it was pretty catchy, I gotta say,
Mm.
but it's annoying as
It's
hell.
annoying. It's catchy.
Some of the other hits around this time.
Mhm.
Apparently, Akon was big around this time,
Akon was big.
2007.
Yeah. Akon was
Yeah,
huge.
so he had "Smack That." That's another
Yeah.
classic, and
Yeah.
"I Want to Love You." Yeah,
Uh.
one of the most annoying songs as well.
Uh.
You
I
had
the thing I remember the most because 2007 was the year I came to the US.
okay,
And that's hanging out a lot with my cousin during that time. You know, we went to his where he lived. You know, a small town, Blythe, California. And I know the one of the big songs during that time was Akon doing a collab, I think, with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
what they
Re-
had a song together?
I think let me see if it was Bone Thugs and Harmony or
Oh yeah, they do have a
Never
collab
Forget Me.
together.
Never Forget Me. That one, yeah.
I didn't know, but
It's
I didn't
actually a
know the
Bone Thugs
song
and
existed.
Harmony song, but featuring Akon.
I didn't even know the song. I'm
Yeah.
gonna listen to this after.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out Bone Thugs, man.
Oh, one of the yeah,
One of the more influential groups in our
very
youth. How about
influential.
that? Right? Everyone, I didn't even know half of the lyrics of the Crossroads, and you're still singing it.
You
I
know,
think that's pretty cool.
yeah.
All right, so
What
another
other
song that was
music
famous around
was
this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay, another
Oh
song famous.
seven,
I
right?
like the song as well too. Okay, I
Uh,
gotta say, Fergalicious.
oh, okay, okay,
All right,
okay.
Fergalicious was very popular around this time.
Mm, right.
This is the one that okay for yeah, this was the one that was written for her, right?
Right.
And then another one was okay, one of my favorite rappers really.
Mm.
Runaway Love by Ludacris.
Oh,
Luda.
yeah,
Luda.
yeah.
This was when he turned to a little bit more of this song is not is different for him because he just usually talks about girls and
Uh,
money and cars, but he talked about a lot of real issues in this song, and I
right.
believe this was with Mary J. I think Mary J
Mm,
was
yeah,
featured
yeah.
on the song,
Uh,
and it was pretty yeah. It was this song was pretty good.
mm.
Okay, a couple of favorites here. How to Save a Life by The Fray.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So this was the time when piano rock was pretty big
Piano rock. Yes.
around this time, right? So the Fray,
Yes.
another one. This is one of my favorite bands,
Mm-hmm.
and but not one of my. This is one of my favorite bands, but this is a song that kind of got old for me because
Mm-hmm.
it was in a show. I think this was in Grey's Anatomy. So Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol
Mm-hmm.
was pretty big around this time. So uh popular albums. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even know. So this was when well obviously you got Beyonce in there. JT, Future Sex Love Sounds was big around this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
TV shows. Oh, this was the most one of the most talked about shows around this time was Heroes. The first season of Heroes.
Heroes.
Do
Oh
you
my
remember this
goodness.
show?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
We got to talk about Heroes one at a time.
Oh,
What
soon.
this is, I
Yeah.
remember this. This is one of my
One of my favorites was Masioka.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is I
Yeah.
think that's this is probably a show that launched him into the mainstream. This is one of my
Yes.
favorite shows as well.
Yep.
You got you got Lost. That's obviously around that time. The Office
Right.
was
Of
gaining
course.
popularity,
Of
right?
course. Yep.
Like how about this? How about this? It was this was the time when Ed Hardy and Von Dutch was big.
Mm.
2007.
Oh gosh, Ed Hardy. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
and
Yeah.
skinny jeans were popular in
Yeah.
2007. Did you have a skinny jeans era? Be
No.
honest.
No.
Really?
No. I had
I
like regular. I had slim but not skinny.
okay, I think I tried
Yeah.
it one time.
Remember? Remember Jay Z 2 years after he raps in "Death of Autotune." Y'all jeans too tight.
I have to admit I wouldn't say it was a phase, but I
Yeah.
had a pair of skinny jeans. I tried it.
Mm.
It wasn't too comfortable, so I didn't wear it a
It's
lot.
not.
But I
It's
did. I
not.
did have
Yeah.
it. I did have
Yeah.
it. Okay, this was when MySpace was still the number
Oh
one
gosh. Yeah.
social media network.
Right.
Facebook was there already. I
Was
remember
up and
Facebook around
coming.
the time, but
Was
it
up and
wasn't as
coming. Yeah.
popular. Okay,
Mm.
even YouTube
Yeah.
wasn't as popular back then.
No. Yeah.
Okay, one very very. This is the thing that kind of caught my attention here
Hmm.
was that around this time the iPhone was yet to be announced.
Oh.
The first one, okay, the first
Oh
iPhone, the ugly
yeah.
one,
iPhone 1. Yeah. That was in 2007. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
before LeBron James, the last time
All right.
LeBron James
What's the
didn't score
first?
less than 10 was
Yeah.
iPhone. Yeah,
All right. Fun fact. What's the first hip hop song that referenced the iPhone?
that's interesting. Okay, no, I
I
don't know
know it
what
because it's one of my favorites. Lupe Fiasco, bro.
what song is that.
Paris, Tokyo. First
Was
album.
there okay? I I I
Yeah,
I,
like
I
Ring Ring went the iPhone. It was my homie. Yep.
it was the first one. I didn't know that was the first
Only
instance
one of
though.
the first. Yeah, yeah. Because
That's
I know
interesting.
his
Yeah,
his first album came out in '07, right?
yeah, around that time. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
one of my
So
favorite
yeah,
albums. So yeah, shout out to Lupe
yes,
Fiasco. I love his music. By the way, this
yeah,
is one of
man.
my
Yeah,
favorite rappers. Yeah, so Lupe, one of my favorite
Lupe.
MCs. You
Yeah,
gotta say, one of my favorite
yes,
MCs ever. It's his. Remember his first exposure was that verse in Touch the Sky, right?
yes.
I think he stole the show. That was the he stole the show from Kanye in that
Uh,
song, and it's hard to do. And after
yeah.
that, I followed his career really. I followed his
Right.
career after that. He's still one of my favorite MCs.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
had the pleasure of watching him live once.
Oh
Coincidentally, Kanye was the headliner that day,
yeah.
but they didn't do Touch the Sky. I was kind of hoping
Mm,
that. So Lupe was one of the opening acts, really, and then
mm,
Kanye was the headliner. It was a
yeah.
music festival in Singapore. It
Yep.
was a music festival, right? And I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping that he'd stay to do the Touch the Sky verse live,
Yep.
but it didn't happen because
Mm,
this was the time when Graduation released.
right.
So this was Kanye's
Oh
era of
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. This was he was moving away from that chipmunk style sound, and
Right.
he had this more
Hmm.
operatic big
Yeah.
sound that he had for
Right.
that era. So yeah,
Hmm.
he didn't do it, but It was pretty
Mm.
cool. It was cool, fun seeing
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco live,
Yeah.
and as I said, it was a fun concert. So yeah, that's what happened around
Yeah.
2007, man. It's interesting. I kind of feel old.
Hey.
All right, here's the thing. Here before we wrap this up. So we just said that Luca just had a child,
Yep.
okay, and LeBron just didn't score in double digits for the first
Right.
time in a while.
Right.
The last time Luca had a child, and the last time LeBron didn't score in double digits in those separate seasons,
Mm-hmm.
each of them went to the finals. Make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. All right, let's see.
Yep.
I mean, I hope so. Damn. Let's
We'll see.
okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Move on around the association. One of the big news,
Right.
one of the biggest news is Chris Paul
Ah.
essentially was sent home. Chris Paul is who announces that this is going to be his last season. The point
Yeah.
guard is going to be retiring,
Right.
and well, apparently it's not all fun and games down there in Clipperland, and he got sent home.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, man? What do you think about
It's
this whole Chris
shocking.
Paul
It's
saga?
shocking. Like um, you come into a team and you announce, hey, I'm gonna do my farewell tour. This is my last season, and for some reason they just let him go, like at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they were on the road too.
Yeah.
They essentially told him to go home
Yeah.
after. This is not just okay. Number one, this is not just any player. This is
It
Chris
is
Paul.
CP3
Okay, this
who
is the point guard.
changed the game.
Right, and not
Yeah.
just that, he changed the Clippers.
He
Okay,
turned the Clippers around.
right. This is not
Yeah.
someone who's just. This is a Hall of Famer, first
Yes.
ballot Hall of Famer, one of
First
the
ballot.
best point guards in history,
Absolutely. Yes.
and one of the main reasons why your team is even relevant
Right.
in the first place.
Yeah.
This is someone who should retire a Clipper,
Mm.
but that's not going to happen anymore.
No.
What does it say about the Clippers as a team, though?
They just, I don't know, man. Like, uh, there. I mean, there's a reason why. There's a reason why they're all. I mean, just speaking from a Laker fan perspective, you all are always going to be the other LA team, man. That's, I mean, no, just objectively speaking, there's so much shit going on with the Clippers right now. They still have that situation with Kawhi, and now you'll just let Chris Paul go like that. The player who essentially made you guys relevant in the first place. Like, imagine, like, the Clippers have always been cellar dwellers from the 90s up until the 2000s, late 2000s when they got Chris Paul. That's when they finally got some, respect in a way. Just because, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and Lob City happened.
Mm.
And it wouldn't have been Lob City if not for Chris Paul. Because he
Hmm.
was feeding everyone. That's how great of a point guard he is. And you'd think they bring him back to LA because it would be fitting that he would retire with the team that he turned around, with a franchise that he brought relevance to, and then they do this to him. Like, what the fuck are you guys thinking, man?
Hey, check this out. Chris Paul was to the Clippers just like Kobe was to the Lakers.
Oh yeah,
Right?
oh
This
yeah,
is what it is. If you
yeah.
think about if you think about the Clippers, you're not gonna think about, and with all due respect, when I say these names, you're not gonna think about Darius Miles. You're not
Mhm.
gonna think about Chris Kaman,
Right,
not Lamar Odom,
right.
not even Eric Piatkowski. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not gonna think of,
No, no, no,
you're not
no,
gonna think
absolutely
about
not.
those
No,
guys.
no, no way.
You're
No.
gonna think about Lob City, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin,
Blake
DeAndre
Griffin,
Jordan.
Jamal Crawford.
right? And
Yeah.
look what they look. It started with Blake, right? Remember when they had that free agent presentation with Blake, and
Yeah.
they, I remember the news. They had a shirt with like Martin Luther King, uh, Gandhi, and then you had
Right.
Blake Griffin in that shirt as well.
Ah,
This is one of the most insane ones. And this is after
crazy.
Blake
Mm.
said that he wanted to retire Clipper.
Right.
They traded him away right after.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you have Chris Paul. The
Right.
way you treated him. I mean, look, they suck. We know that they suck, and this could. But you could have handled this a lot differently,
So much better, man.
right? And they
Yeah.
chose the worst way to handle it.
The
This is the
worst way
problem.
possible. Yeah.
And there's some context coming out of it now.
Mm.
So Chris Haynes is one of the more plugged in guys in the NBA. So
Mm.
you got Shams, you got all that, but Chris
Yeah.
Haynes, when Chris Haynes talks for specific players, it's usually correct.
Mm.
So what Chris Haynes said was basically uh, Kawhi was being torched, and I hate to say this at this time, but Kawhi was being torched. He was struggling to defend Klay Thompson against right. This is Dallas Klay Thompson. Okay,
Yeah.
he was
No.
struggling. He was struggling to defend.
Struggling to defend Dallas Clay Thompson. That says a
Right?
lot
So
already.
Kawhi was struggling to defend Dallas Klay Thompson. And then during a timeout, Chris Paul, well, we know Chris Paul is going to speak his mind. That's
Of
what he's
course.
done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done that forever. He shouldn't
Yeah.
be changing that even
Yeah.
only. I don't care if he's a bench player.
Mhm.
I don't care if he
Mhm.
doesn't play. The reason why they brought Chris Paul in is because of his veteran
Leadership.
presence, right?
Yeah.
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 He's supposed to be holding people accountable.
Yeah.
So allegedly what he did was Chris Paul went up to Kawhi and then he uh he kind of wanted to change the defensive coverage.
Right.
Maybe they wanted to, switch. You wanted to do
Mhm.
all this,
Probably.
maybe to
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
out the defense. And then
Yeah.
after that, so assistant coach Jeff Van Gundy, who's handling
Mhm.
the defense,
Mhm.
essentially told him you can't do that here. That was it. Told Chris Paul,
That's it.
hey, I know you've done that in previous teams, you can't do that here. And then they sent him home. That's pretty much it.
Wow.
Make of it what you will, right? But that was essentially what.
It's just that's not. It's just
And
not.
this is corroborated too
Yeah.
because Chris Paul posted an Instagram story with
Yeah.
the definition of the word leeway.
Yeah.
So that was what Jeff Van Gundy told him. Apparently, this is what it is. And regardless of how you spin it, this is one of the worst ways to treat a guy
Super. Yeah.
who did so much for your team.
Oh yeah.
Right? We criticize the Lakers for giving Kobe that horrible contract.
Yeah.
Remember the contract?
Oh
After
yeah.
he
Yeah. I
just tore
remember
his
that. Yeah.
Achilles.
Yeah.
He tore his Achilles and they gave him that big contract and
Yep.
everybody was questioning. But at the same
Yep.
time, you realize that Kobe
He's
is
Kobe.
a
He's
pillar.
Kobe.
It's
Yeah.
Kobe. I mean, if anyone deserves this, it's him,
Hmm.
right? And that's what it is, and that's what Chris Paul is to them, and
Yeah. You know what
they could
would be
have handled it
poetic?
better.
You know what would be poetic justice, man? The Lakers have one spot on the roster. They can't sign anyone until January something. It
I
would be
mean,
nice to see CP3 in a Laker jersey coming off the
I mean,
bench.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Look,
Like
he can still
it will
play.
be a slap in the face to the Clippers and the NBA.
It,
And finally, maybe get him that ring. You know?
imagine if Chris Paul, yeah, I mean,
Dude.
he did say that he didn't want to leave LA.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why he
Yeah.
went to the Clippers was he didn't want to leave
Yeah.
LA.
Uh-huh.
So he's right now he's averaging 14 minutes a game, which
Right.
is way below even what he did in Golden State when he was off
Right.
the bench.
Yeah.
I think he can still be a very productive player. I mean, there's still Chris Paul is Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, in spot. But if we're talking about the Lakers roster, I mean, he's still better than Bronny James, right? If you want to,
Of course.
right? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Chris Paul is still an NBA player, and I think
Yeah.
in the right situation, he can still be all right. And look, you mentioned poetic. How poetic would it be if he did go to the Lakers
Yeah.
and with LeBron's current performance level,
Mm.
they both retire at the end of the year? How about that? right?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Give
gonna be
him,
poetic,
yeah. Give him that retirement that they deserve. You know.
right? And if they get a ring on top of it, that would
Hmm.
be amazing. That would
Yeah.
be like there's gonna be a lot of milestones, right?
Yeah.
First father and son to win a ring, Chris Paul
Yeah.
winning a ring,
Yeah.
and then the first father and son retiring at the same time, and then you have Chris Paul and LeBron retiring at the same time. So
Right.
that's just fun,
That's
man. That,
that's Miles. That's a script. That's a Hollywood script right there.
right,
Yeah.
right. I think that's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
the way because the Lakers are a couple of moves away at least from full contention. They're really good
Right.
right now, but there's still some
Yes.
holes. And the backup point guard is one of those roles because
Mm.
as decent as Gabe Vincent is, I'd rather have Chris Paul in there just spending some more
Yes.
minutes, right?
Yep.
I'd rather spread more of those minutes to Chris Paul as well.
Right.
So I mean, let's see if they get someone in the yeah, we'll see what
Hmm.
happens. Speaking of
Yeah.
trades, though, speaking of trades,
Ooh.
the big news apart from this is that apparently Giannis Antetokounmpo has requested a trade from the Milwaukee
Right.
Bucks.
He deleted all references to the Milwaukee Bucks on his Instagram,
Mm,
which is, you know,
that's always a sign.
that's always a sign. Yeah.
Now, the way the news outlets have been reporting this is that they say that Milwaukee is amenable to trading Giannis to whatever destination he wants, and they're
Mm.
willing to quote unquote work with him to get to the destination that he wants. Now, Milwaukee is a horrible team right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's first of all, what do you think about this trade request, and how do you feel about Giannis asking for it now?
I feel like it's not it's like the worst kept secret in the NBA. You know, like we know for some time he's been unhappy with the way things are going with Milwaukee. I think it really started out with the Damian Lillard trade when it never really worked, and you can see how unhappy he was, with during that time with Milwaukee, and then how you have Doc Rivers, who's just not the right, not the right coach for the team, and then I mean they did win the NBA Cup, but like other than that, it's not, I don't know. It's not. He's not been happy, and it's really a worse. It's a badly kept secret for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm surprised that he just asked for a trade like now.
Well, that's a good point. I mean,
Yeah,
what happened there was he kind of had the GM moment last year, where he
I
kind of asked for
think it
more
was
help,
last year. Yeah, yeah.
and then they gave him Dame, and then he signed his extension after. That's kind of
Uh,
what happened there. So he
right.
was kind of using pulling a LeBron really and doing it,
Hmm.
but
Right.
the Bucks are bad. Here's the thing about the Bucks, and this really affects the Lakers as well because
Hmm.
if this is a bidding war, there's no way the Lakers win this
No, there's
war.
no way they win this. Yeah.
Okay, there's just so many other players that Milwaukee can get back for Giannis. Um,
Right.
but if this is more of uh Giannis saying I want to go to the Lakers, it's a good sign that hopefully Milwaukee wants to work with him because there is a
Hmm.
package. There
Yeah.
is a package that the Lakers can give.
Yep.
It's just not strong.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Milwaukee's situation, they don't own any draft picks until 2031.
Mm.
So let's break it down. So the next year, 2026, they will have ATL might Atlanta might own their
Right.
pick, right? 2027, they also traded it to the Pelicans as well.
Mm.
And then 2028 is the Dame one.
Yep.
2028 and 2030 are the Dame ones.
The
So
Dame
they traded
picks. Yeah. Those are all Portland's
Portland will get
mm,
those favorable. They will have a first round pick, but it's not going to be good,
favorable picks. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So it's essentially they cannot tank. There's no reason for him
No.
to tank right
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
So what they should be aiming for are young assets and draft picks. That's really
Yep.
which the Lakers have a lot. The
Yeah.
Lakers can give them that. The question here becomes: Man, this is gonna. Are you willing to put Austin Reeves in a hypothetical Giannis trade if that's
No,
what it takes? If
no.
Milwaukee comes to you
Mm.
and says Giannis wants to come here, but it's gonna cost you Austin Reeves, what would you do
No, I
if you're the
wouldn't.
GM of the Lakers?
I would not.
Really?
I would not. No, no.
What's that?
Austin Reeves is young. Giannis is what, like in his 12th year.
31.
Um,
He's 31. He's
he's
31.
31. Austin is what, like 20,
He's
23,
27, I think.
27. Nah, it's still not. I don't think it's still worth it, given the fact that you have a player like Austin Reeves who's just getting better every single year.
Mm.
Giannis is kind of like in the plateau of that part of his career where he's plateauing, and in a few years, it's his numbers are gonna drop just because of age.
But
So I think I don't know. I'm really iffy about letting Austin Reeves go.
you're not confident in the Luca Giannis pick and roll. Is that what?
uh, wow, Luka Giannis. That could be enticing. But given that the chemistry of the Lakers is so good right now,
Mm.
it's
That's kind of
yeah,
the thing. That's kind of the tricky
yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
You have this insane chemistry between the two. They really
right,
look like best friends out there.
yeah,
They look like brothers out there. They know what
uh,
each other's doing, and the
uh,
vibes are just immaculate.
right,
But I'm just thinking here, and imagine an inverted Giannis Luka pick and roll. How
right.
devastating that would be,
Woo.
right? But
Yeah,
but you're right. Giannis is 31, and right now he's out for at least 2 weeks, I believe, with a calf strain.
right.
So Giannis is not getting any younger, and there's a
No,
potential huge injury there.
yes. No,
I'm
calf
actually
strain.
torn,
Yeah,
to be honest with you. To be
yeah.
honest, I'm torn. I'm leaning towards trading for putting Austin in a package.
Mm,
But I'm not fully convinced yet because, as you mentioned, Luca and Austin fit each other's timeline here.
right.
They look like Luke a souped up version of what Luca had with Brunson in Dallas, if you ask
Right.
me.
Yep.
And the fact that they've proven without LeBron James that they can carry this team together.
Mm,
That's kind of where I'm at with that. It's just a bit weird that it's really tricky if you want to trade, if you want to put Austin in that situation, because
mm,
LeBron is probably gonna he might I'm guessing he announces his retirement soon. That's kind of
yes.
my view on it. Okay.
Right.
Um so if LeBron James retires, then that's a huge void in your salary, and you can essentially sign a lot of
Right.
people next year.
Yeah.
So imagine a more balanced team with Austin and Luca at the
Mm,
forefront.
right.
I think that's a team for the future.
Yeah.
I the I kind of want to go. The reasoning for a Giannis trade would be to
Mm,
just go all in and win one now. But
yeah.
you're right. I think from this landscape of the NBA, given the fact that Austin is even willing to take a pay cut,
Mm,
that's invaluable.
yeah.
Luca and Giannis making 50 million each. That's gonna be a tricky situation. And
It's very
as you said,
tricky.
you
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I mean, Giannis might have 2 3 years left of greatness
Right.
before he
Yeah.
falls off. So I think I'm with you. I think I'm gonna say that they shouldn't be including Austin in
Yeah.
that trade request.
No, they could. Just shouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take the Lakers' expiring contracts, Rui, for example,
Yeah.
yeah, go for it.
Mhm.
I
Go
don't
for it.
know if
Yeah.
Milwaukee's crazy enough to do that trade, and I don't think the GM of the Bucks would want his name next to Nico Harrison.